Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I've briefly touched on in other videos, but I decided that it is important enough that it should get its own video. Now, this is what I believe to be one of the most under-practiced portions about aiming. Just mechanical skill in general, has nothing to do with game sense, nothing to do with positioning, but only aiming. And this is something that's going to get you out of a lot of dicey situations. This is going to compensate for mental mistakes that you make. This has gotten me probably to the rank where I am right now. And it's something that not a lot of people practice, right? It's one of the most important pieces to aiming besides your fundamentals of crosshair placement, pre-aiming, spray control, that kind of stuff. What I'm talking about is the ability to flick over, okay? And I'm not talking about with an op or something, you know, hitting those flicks. Let's see, it's pretty early in the morning. I'll be honest with you, I didn't warm up at all. Hitting those kind of flicks. No, I'm talking about with a rifle, you know. So let's, for example, okay, let's say that you are coming out of Palace and you're pre-aiming jungle and a guy peeks from top stairs. Okay, there's two options you can do. You can either fall back. Let's say this is jungle guy, this is top stairs guy. All right. You can either watch jungle, see the guy top stairs, and fall back, and then try to take the battle with him. Okay. Or you can be looking at jungle guy, see the guy top stairs, and flick over and try to kill him. Okay. Now flicking over is difficult. I mean, there's always the chance that you miss, like that. There's always the chance that you only hit body shots, so it takes longer to kill them. You don't immediately hit the headshots, you know. There's always the chance that maybe you miss and then you get over there. You know, it takes a second and you can die by then. But if you get into an aimbot server, alright, and you just practice flicking over at any distance, really, maybe not that far from me, you know, since I'm missing it. But if you just practice flicking over, it will help a lot. Alright, now what I normally do when I go and try to practice my flicks, I'll probably do like 10 from each side, and then a couple taps, and then 10 from each side again. I also do this with the op. So for example, I'll set up my crosshair to the right of this guy, and I'll practice flicking over. Practice flicking. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I think that was actually 11. I think I'm big dumb at counting. But I'll do that, and then I'll flip over to the left side, and then do something like that. Now, I have noticed that I am actually better at flicking like right to left than I am left to right. And so I think that's just because of like how I hold my mouse, and it's a normal way to hold my mouse, but like how I move my hand around. So I do need to spend like more time practicing flicking from left to right. But it's not bad by any means. So that is just something that I think is very, very important. So I'll jump into an actual map and show you more what I'm talking about. So B-site cache is a very, very good example of needing to use this flick ability, just because of the multitude of angles people can be. You know, it's never really set like an A-site cache where you think you know where people are going to be. It's probably going to be quad, probably default, or forklift kind of thing. No, anybody could be literally anywhere on B-site. So, for example, you're coming around here, you're holding left side checkered, and a guy swings out from right side, right? You got to quickly flick over and try to get that kill, because you don't have time to just fall off. Same goes for right here. Maybe you're holding back left and a guy peeks out from close. Same thing for maybe you're holding left side default and a guy peeks out from back triple. You got to be able to flick over, especially from peeking checkers, right? If you're peeking, same thing, like left side default or right side back triple and vice versa, you know, you got to flick over. It's a very important concept, and that's when you use it properly. When you use it improperly and it gets you out of dicey situations, which is probably going to be like 80% of the time. Let's say like you're coming up, you're about to retake a site. All right, you're throwing a molly. I don't know if that molly lands. Don't copy it. You flash over and you're pre-aiming right here, like A main-ish, okay? But there's a guy close, right there, okay? You come around, you're pre-aiming, you gotta snap over to him. You gotta immediately like flick over to him and try to get that kill. Maybe you're pre-aiming default and the guy's right there instead, alright? It's just making small corrections because when you're pre-aiming things, you're not going to always pre-aim the correct angle. Like, if I come here and I swing so my crosshair is looking at A main, I'm gonna aim about right here, and now my crosshair's on A main. If there's a guy right up here, I have to adjust. So I'm going like that, and then I have to adjust up to it. Now, you'll notice that I do press crouch a lot, like as soon as I start to spray. That's partially out of habit. There's no like big advantage to that. I think it's just so like, well, it doesn't really affect your spray. I'm trying to figure out why I do it. I think it just, you know, makes you just a little bit harder to hit. It's not anything that you have to do. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you've learned something. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below, and I will get back to you. Hope you had a good day, and I'll see you next time.